to the People's Church of Divine Prophecy this Sunday. Thank you for choosing to spend this wonderful Sunday with us. Absolutely gorgeous weather. I'm Reverend Steve Atkins. I'm the pastor of the church. The last video I sent out had just everything on it at once. I've been breaking it up: meditation, inspirational lecture, and the thought for the day. And it's just getting way too time consuming for me, so I'm putting it all on one, and it goes in the same order as service here, so you can skip through it if you don't want to see part of it and just see the part you need. So it's still all there, just a little less chopped up. The next part of the service is the reading by the pastor. And what I'd like to talk about today for a couple of moments is trust in God. A lot of people talk about faith in God, and people talk about love, but I don't think without trust. Trust is the crucible that holds both of those, because without trust you can't really act on the others. And what I mean by trust is, I know some of y'all know my story about my son's car, how long that was been plaguing me on and off. So I came home to roost again a couple weeks ago. And he was driving my truck, and I was forced to ride my motorcycle for 2 weeks to work. That really ticked me off. You know? Just such terrible weather to ride. JacQueline asked me how I got such a suntan going, and that's part of it right there. So, at any rate, the car comes home to roost, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know, when is this going to end? And then I got an inspirational thought about, well, how do you know that, see, he's got a girl that drives that car that's not licensed, and has a baby in the car with her when she's driving. So I thought that, you know, well, perhaps it's just keeping her from getting into a real issue, either hitting somebody or getting hit or somebody becoming really injured. Perhaps that's God's plan for it, because it did cost me a little bit of money to get it fixed, and I did have to turn some wrenches myself, which I used to be pretty good with, but not so much anymore. And I did get it all fixed and back to him. So then I was thinking, that's how trust came to me, is that you have to trust. If you ask to be used as an instrument of God, and if you believe in God and are guided by God, then don't fuss about the situations you find yourself in. Just knuckle down and see what God has put you there for, what you're there to do, what part of God's work are you there to do in that situation. Now, I'm sure that we have a certain amount of personal responsibility with situations we end up in and where we physically walk to, but we can, with most situations in our lives, try this thought process. Try thinking what God has in store for us where we're at. And you're going to find that even though there's not an answer, if you put forth that trust, there will be a relief of any kind of stress, any kind of questioning, and you'll be allowed to act properly in the situation. Because God's plan doesn't just give you what you need in the moment. It satisfies everybody's need in the situation. And it's up to us, again, if we ask to be guided by God, to look and see what God's purpose is for us in that moment. Somebody said the other day, I was listening, and they said, isn't it amazing how when you finally get what you want, it rarely feels like you thought it was going to? And that's true. But in the beginning, I was thinking that it was less than what I thought, but there's also the fact that it can be more than what you had hoped for. Because that happens more than not. It's just that we remember the times that it was less, more than we remember the times when it was more than what we had hoped for. And it's just our nature to do that. So I ask you to just think about these thoughts. Thank you. Riley did that flute number not too long ago, but he's not allowing me to put it on the internet yet because he hasn't copyrighted the song. So when he tells me it's copyrighted, I'll put it up on the internet.
I know. I'll let you know. I'm busy right now.
Like I said last week, we got to have fun because we don't get paid anything. The next portion of our service is comprised of 3 parts. The healing portion, the inspirational lecture, and the demonstration of spiritual gifts. The next portion is the healing portion. We'll have a couple of healers behind the chairs over there, and you'll take seats as they become available. When one seat becomes available, you'll hear this, so that you can enjoy the meditation and still get a healing if you like. I'd like to ask Marty. Ash can do the guided meditation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let us get ready for the meditation.
Go ahead and take seats on the healing chairs if you'd like.
Find a comfortable position to sit where there is no tension or pressure on your physical body. Feet straight on the ground, palms up in your laps. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Take a 3 deep breath through your nose. Inhale. And exhale. Do it a couple more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Turn within. Just go within. Connect with your heart. As you breathe in and out, feel that connection becoming stronger and stronger to your heart. And as you connect deeper, you connect with that sacred space within your heart. It is warm, it is gentle. Connect to that sacred space within. Don't let your mind interfere, just focus on your heart. As you breathe in and out, feel your heart chakra expanding and contracting. Just focus on your heart. Feel a peaceful sensation has filled your entire body while you are breathing gently. As you look deep into your heart, into that sacred space, feel your heart chakra like a lotus that is filled with the petals of pink roses. As you breathe in and out, see these petals of pink roses multiplying in your heart. You're going to feel warmth in your heart. Feel God's unconditional love that is growing in your heart as the petals multiply. God's love is growing and growing more and more. Just indulge in that sacred space and feel your love growing and expanding outside your body. Envision your entire body being filled with these rose petals. You are a child of God, and feel that bond that you have with God through your heart, sacred heart, that is a pure state of being. Breathe in and breathe out and feel God's love in your heart. And know that you are always loved. Strengthen that connection to God through your heart. And see yourself blossoming like a beautiful flower with a warm smile and a loving heart. You are infinite source of love. Feel that love in your heart and know that you are loved and you are capable of loving everyone unconditionally with no expectations. Be in that state of unconditional love and compassion. And send that love out to the earth. Envision these rose petals are flying out, reaching Mother Earth and spreading out in the sky and above all the way to the universe. Spread your love everywhere. Let it reach to those who are in need for love. See them filled and surrounded with these rose petals that carries God's unconditional love. Breathe in and breathe out. The sky is filled with these rose petals like a confetti, and it's dropping down everywhere, flooding the earth with love, touching humanity everywhere around the world like beautiful confettis dropping everywhere. Hold this vision in your mind in your consciousness. And repeat to yourself, I am love. I am love. And feel the love vibration filling your entire body, your mind. All the thoughts that you have are of loving thoughts. Everything that you do, all the actions that you do are driven by love. Just be and exist in this love state of consciousness. Love is your essence. Be that essence. Wherever you are, whatever you do. Think love and be love. Slowly come back to your heart. Feel your physical body engage with your physical senses. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and be here. Thank you.
Close this portion by an inspirational reading. Try never to judge. The human mind is so delicate and complex, only its maker can know it wholly. Each mind is so different, actuated by such different motives, controlled by such different circumstances, influenced by such different sufferings. You cannot know all the influences that have gone to make up the personality. Therefore, it is impossible for you to judge wholly that personality. But God knows that person wholly, and He can change it. Leave to God the unraveling of the puzzling of the personalities, and leave it to God to teach you the proper understanding. We deserve a yeehaw. Carolina Wood something there. Next portion of the service is the inspirational lecture. Today we have JacQueline returning from California for a second visit to our church. And she's been doing workshops in the area. There's a couple posted in the back, and I'll give a little more on those during the announcements. But spiritually, she's a clairvoyant and a healer, artist and composer. Professionally, she's an executive business coach and consultant, and goes around the country working with a lot of corporations doing that kind of coaching and workshops. She's a producer and host of weekly radio talk shows and broadcasts for 6 years in Los Angeles and Southern California called Magical Moments and Visionaries in Business. She has 2 events here, as I said, so please now welcome JacQueline.
Thank you and good morning.
Good morning.
I love my life. How about you?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
How about I love my life?
I love
Wouldn't it be great to start every morning that way? First time you put your feet on the floor, you go, I love my life, right? And wouldn't it be great if everybody did? And just started. And so thank you for showing up here today, because it shows that you are here to celebrate each other, to be in community. And it doesn't get, how does it get any better than that? To support each other And I love the idea that the inspirational thing was trust today. Driving over here with Dr. Thomas, I was thinking, what do I want to talk about today? I'll see what Spirit says. And so today, and next week I'm going to be talking about money and spirituality. And as I travel around the country, especially at this time on the planet when economics is challenged and jobs are challenged, it's very easy to get caught up in that negativity, the challenge, the drama, trauma, because it's real, right? And so everybody knows somebody that needs more money or that lost their job or that's in a job that the pressure is so bad now because they're cutting down jobs and they're giving 2 people's jobs for 1 person, right? So how do you integrate that into your spirituality? That's the challenge. And so part of that challenge is to really look at what is trust, what is there's 2 things. What is money? And money is energy, right? And what is energy? Everything is energy and everything is love. God is love and we're living in God essence. The etheric soup that we are in and moving through and breathing is ultimately light, and light is love. But it's easy to forget that. It's easy to forget that as we're separated, as we are embodying our individual bodies and living our individual incarnations. It's easy to forget that. So we have all these rules and all these opportunities. And so when it comes down to trust, and especially in relationship with money, anybody here ever loaned somebody some money and not get it back? Okay.
Trust.
Both feet, right? Okay. So, did you stop and ask, is this person trustworthy? Not from a judgmental standpoint, but from an observation standpoint. Because you don't just cast your pearl before swine, and you don't just waste energy. Okay? And so, if money is energy, and somebody says, oh, can I please have some money? Well, can I borrow some money? As well, are you trustworthy? You're asking you to trust. So one woman that I knew, a friend of mine, years ago, she had this beautiful little diamond ring. And she called me up and she said, oh, my new boyfriend wants me to fly down to Mexico. And I need $400 ticket for the ticket, and he'll pay me back, and I'll just cash flow right now, so, I'm good for it. And I said, great, you know what, I'll be happy to loan you the money. Loan me your ring. And I'll just hold it for you until you get back. And she said, what? That ring is worth several $1,000s. And I said, fine. I'm trustworthy. I'm not going to go off with your ring. And when you get the money back, I'll when you bring me the money back, I'll give you your ring back. No problem. Well, what do you think she did? Thank you. She went to someone else and borrowed it from someone else. So what did that tell me? It just told me that she didn't trust me. I don't know. I didn't really judge it. I just kind of fell off the hook because I didn't have to deal with the process. And if it were me and I was cash low and somebody said, give me the diamond ring, I would look to them. Are they trustworthy? If it was my sister, I'd go, sure, here's the ring, give me the cash. Good deal. Thank you so much. Right? And so you want to really take a look at, now if I wanted to just walk away and say, okay, sometimes I've loaned money and I've known it was a gift with the idea that it's a loan, wink, 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 and yeah, you'll pay me back, knowing I'm not going to get the money back, probably. I hold it in consciousness, and then I give them the opportunity to be in integrity. And it's sad that they're not sometimes. I give them a couple opportunity reminders, and then I just have to let it go, write it off, and that's it. And I forgive myself, and I just bless myself for the opportunity to be in that flow and to be supported in that way. But energy and money and love and all of these things, if you translate it into other things that you do as well in life, what other things are you giving? And it's lovely to say, I give, I give, I give, I give. And then sometimes it's your spiritual path to do that. But you also have a responsibility to your own self. And are you being responsible for your own energy? So following the natural laws, if you were a farmer and you gave away everything, all of your seed, and didn't save some for yourself, you'd be out of business next year because you wouldn't have any seed to plant next year. You'd be done. And so it's important to always pay yourself first, universal principles, and a percentage. And what I've learned is take 10%. Anytime you get money in, take 10% and pay yourself first. Even, this may sound controversial, but even before I tithe to others, I tithe to the spirit within myself. And that becomes my financial freedom account, or what I call my golden goose. And if you had a golden goose would lay a golden egg, hopefully, right? And so then you have two geese. But what happens, you have to feed the goose, how often? Every day. So I have this little jar, and I have this jar at home, and it's my financial freedom account, and I think of it as my golden goose. And I get every month, I start out with about $5 worth of pennies. And I open it up and I put it into a jar and I label it the source. And every day I reach into the source and I have real money and I grab a penny and I put it in my financial freedom jar as if I'm feeding my golden goose. And that money is going to go into my financial freedom fund. And then I actually take out 10 pennies out of my source. And I pay myself first, my financial freedom, and then I put 5 in my necessities jar, and I put 5 in my long-term spending, so my next car that I'm going to buy, my next computer that I'm going to buy, my next computer software that I need to update. I'm saving toward that. I put a penny in my education jar, so if I want to take a class, I can. I put a penny in my give jar, so if I want to give to the People's Church of Divine Prophecy, I have it there, and I'm doing it daily. And I'm training my subconscious mind that I have always enough money right at my fingertips. And it's not just thinking, it's not just thoughts, it's real. Because I have a source jar right there, and all I need is 10 pennies. And I've got more than enough real money. So I reach into my source, I grab 10 pennies, it's real money, I'm not faking it with my subconscious mind, and I start dropping it. And it takes about a minute. And so when we talk about habits, I do coaching and I talk about better habits and good habits with your money, with your life, whatever it might be, finding balance in your life, health, education. I do yoga a couple times a week. I do other exercise a couple times a week. It's become a habit. But up until my 50s, it wasn't. Okay, so for the last 10 years, it's become a habit. And I work at it, and I love it. And I love my life, right? Okay, and so the older I get, the more I appreciate that. And that's what happens with age. And as we age, we hopefully become more wise and hopefully more disciplined. The disciple is more disciplined. So getting back to trust and money and energy, you want to look at how are you spending your energy? Where are you spending your energy? Do you have balance and do you have discipline? Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, and do you have joy? Do you laugh about it? As you're developing your habits or improving your habits, can you laugh at yourself? Hopefully yes. If not, come here and we'll laugh together. Okay, And so it's really important. And so when you start to fall off the habit, or when you give and it doesn't come back, laugh at the joy that you were able to give. And have that healing within yourself. Because laughter is healing, isn't it? Okay. So there are disciplines that you can do, but I really wanted you to look at trust and the other side being trustworthy. And it's up to each and every one of us to demonstrate that through our being accountable. And sometimes it's your speaking your word. And like in Los Angeles, we're now, like when I make a reservation at a restaurant, and sometimes I would make reservations at 2 restaurants. Anybody do that? Because I couldn't decide. Right? Or it was depending on who else was going to come. Which do you want, this or that? And I would always, in the car, okay, hold on just a second, let me use my cell phone, and I'm going to cancel the other reservation. And people look at me, why bother? And I go, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why would I not? Okay, and now they're charging you. If they're taking your credit card, they charge you. So now they're holding you accountable, because if you don't cancel your reservation, they charge you the fee for the table. And they have to do that now because so many people just are, who cares, they just do it. So little things, when you say you're going to do something, do you follow up? Or if you can't, do you communicate ahead of time or as closely as you can afterwards in an appropriate way? So little considerations. This is to me what spirituality is, what spiritual growth, to be trustworthy and to trust and to see that trust in all things and all people, in all circumstances. So to really move into that integrity, move into that alignment. It's not the easiest path, would you agree? It's a spiritual path. And so the other thing that I teach when I coach people is to come up with 5 little things every day that you're going to do. And to take a moment, close your eyes, and envision the end result. Is at the end of the day, as if you set your life with intention. And at the end of the day, you see it like, okay, so I'm now going to pretend it's now 8 o'clock tonight, and I've completed the tasks that I wanted to do with love and joy and success, grace and ease as much as possible. And then at the end of the day, I acknowledge, I did this, I did that, didn't do that, wait, can I do it now? And each time I check off one of those things, I go, yes, yes, yes! Because thoughts plus feeling plus action equals results. Very basic metaphysics. Thoughts plus feeling, but what kind of feeling? Like, you can have heartfelt feeling, but you can also have heartfelt feeling, right? With joy and a lot of intention. And it doesn't have to be yelling. It can be very, very strong within yourself with love. But the stronger the emotion, the stronger the wave. So if you have positive thoughts with high expectations or anticipation and emotion, and then you take action, you get the results. You get the results either way. Any thoughts plus any feelings plus action equal results. So if you're afraid of something, you think, oh, this won't work, and you have the fear, and then you don't take action, it will give you the results. So either way, that very easy principle, thoughts plus feeling. So have positive thoughts, optimistic, trusting, because that old concept of if you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. So just about anything is possible. And that also integrates into the trust. You are part of Source, part of God. You are not separated at that level. And so if you can conceive it, and then if you can believe it with your heart and mind, then if you start to take action, like what Steve did to start this church. It wasn't here many years ago. He conceived it, he believed it, and here are all of you. And all of us work together, and we all get inspired, uplifted, and we move out through our lives, and we might have an extra sense of patience or trust or anything as the weeks go on. And he shares the messages, and we get inspired, with uplifted with music and healing. And we move together as community to care for each other and share and celebrate. And does it get any better than that? Really? So, I love my life. Let's hear it.
I love my life.
One more time.
I love my life.
And I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much.